Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in, race fans, here to sunny California. You see down there that speedway? That is the Irwindale Speedway here tonight, and we'll play host to the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe 100 here for a championship night for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series, presented by Red Light Racing. My name is Roger Muth, race fans, and I'm here tonight in the virtual Turn 3 studios to bring you all the racing action here, championship night, and, well, we talk about the championship. Well, there's a handful of drivers tonight that come in with a chance still here to put themselves on top of the pylon. Of course, Dalton Williamson comes in with the best odds to win tonight. He has a 28-point lead over his teammate, Sean Single. 37 points back is Brian Hacker. Michael Trevarthen is 40 points back, and right there is where the cut line is. 48 points realistically is available here tonight for these drivers, and with Michael Trevarthen only 40 points out of the top spot, he has a shot here tonight. But race fans, we thank you all for tuning in here on championship night here for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series. How about we head down trackside here, and we will get you through your starting lineup. Starting lineup here tonight brought to us by our friends over at Empire Racing Team. This is your Empire Racing Team starting lineup. Starting on P number 1 here tonight, he hails out of Florida. He drives car number 2. That's the Rev Esports, Michael Trevarthen. His outside, his teammate, also driver out of Florida, the Rev Esports number 1 of Dalton Williamson. Behind them, it's the season number 3 champion, the 42 of Max Terriel, with the Empire Racing Team number 20 of Justin McDuff there in 4. Back into the 5th position here tonight, it's the 24 of John Whitendorf. Back in P number 6, he hails out of South Carolina, racing for the Rev Esports team. This is the 23 of Blake Timmons. Starting back in position number 7, driving for the Empire Racing Team, the number 11 Illinois. This is Huntley, Illinois' Brian Hacker. It's the man from north of the border. It's the Canadian Bacon Eater. It's the 45 of Tim Williams. And back there, starting in P number 9, he hails out of the great state of New York. It's the 37NY Fanatec number 37NY of Brian Robinson. Driver out of Virginia, driving the RPM Motorsports. This is Mark Jenkins, driving car number 99. He'll roll off from the 10th position. Ayer, Massachusetts, own number 11, Rev Esports Group. This is Sean Single. Next to him, the driver out of North Carolina. He drives car number 54 here tonight. This is the 54NC of Rex Oil. Back in P number 13, it's the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. Then it's going to be the youngster out of South Carolina, the 271 of Aiden Alvecchione. Starting back into the 15th position here tonight, this is going to be the 98 of Chris Stump out of the Empire Racing Team, the Need for Speed Motorsports. Number 13, Old Granny Hips of Joshua Buckley will roll off from the 16th position here tonight. 17th and shotgun to the field, it's the very own Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 41 of Bob Higgins. That's your starting lineup here tonight as we're geared up and ready to go. Championship night here, presented by Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe. There you see them. They're all down there on the racetrack. They are ready to go here tonight for all you race fans. We thank you for tuning in here tonight from all over the globe to watch these drivers and their SK Modified Series run for the final time this season at the high banks here at Irwindale. 100 laps is the scheduled distance here tonight. We do have overtime if we need it to figure out who will be the champion on championship night. The two teammates, Williamson and Trevarthen, lead us to green flag. Here we go. 100 laps tonight, presented by Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe. There you see it. Two grooves of racing right off the start. Big wiggle for the number 1 of Dalton Williamson. Down the back straightaway they go, headed to turn number 3. A new paint scheme on the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. And one driver real sideways back there. 3 wide racing. That is the Empire Racing Team Cerebral Palsy Foundation. Number 20 of Justin McDuff. He was sideways, and now he's 3 wide and a little bit loose there that time. He'll have the chance to go up in front of his teammate. Not going to take it. Dalton Williamson did lead lap number 1. You see his teammate right behind him, but look who's chewing up the bottom side of the speedway. That's the 42 of Max Terriol. Max trying to make the bottom side of the speedway work here early, as he is one of the only drivers that are down on the bottom side of the speedway. Now Justin McDuff goes down there. One driver way down there. That is the number 24 of John Whitendorf. Here comes the 45. It's the Canadian Bacon Eater. Tim Williams now rolling the outside. Got his car moving along pretty nicely. That blue number 45 here tonight for Tim Williams. A regular here with the SK Modified Series. Ryan Robinson back there running in 9th, and Mark Jenkins in that Green City Chevrolet. The Ultra Slim Fast entry. Oh, almost a moment there. Rex Hoyle, I should say. Rex Hoyle, there you see him right on board with the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe onboard camera. Look at Rex really drive that Colonial Tire. And Service Center number 54 NC way deep into the corner. A little bit farther, trying to keep the momentum up. It's something you have to do with these modifieds. You gotta really keep the momentum wound up in these SK Modifieds, and he's trying to do that, not really getting it to work right now. The 11 Illinois, Brian Hacker, though, down to the bottom side of the speedway. He'll go back top shelf as he gets around the 42 of Max Terriol. The inside lane is going to work for about a lap to possibly 5 laps, and now you see the 42 of Max Terriol. He has moved back there into the 5th position. He's lost 2 spots since the drop of the green flag. Everybody really making their migration to the top side of the speedway. There you see the race lead is about a half a second right now from Dalton Williamson back to Michael Trevarthen, Blade Timmons. The Rev Esports group right now holding down positions 1, 2, and 3. Then it's the 11 Illinois, Brian Hacker. Max Terriol is back there running into the 5th position. Justin McDuff is back there running in 6th. Tim Williams back there in 7th. 8th to Whitendorf. 9th to Robinson, and Jenkins currently holding that 10th position. Believe something happened to the driver of that 4 Loco entry. The Big Johnson, the Compton, California. Well, he says so anyway. It's Toledo, Ohio, but, you know, nobody's going to argue with the man that says he's from Compton. There you see Chris Stump. A little bit off the pace here tonight. Don't know if something happened, if he got that car a little too sideways and has lost the front grouping. This driver, though, has a mirror full right now. That's the 23 of Timmons. Right on board that Checkered Flag Auto Supply pointed back there. There you see the Empire Race Team number 11 Illinois. Brian Hacker. And look at everybody trying to go to the bottom side. There's the 45 of Tim Williams going a little bit low. Hacker looked like he was going to go low for a second. Went back to the top side of the speedway. There's the 20 of Justin McDuff also back there. He was lurking to the inside of the 42 of Max Terriol, but did not make the move. Hacker now going to see if he can go to the bottom here and find a little grip, maybe slide up. Not going to quite clear that number 23 of Timmons. Of course, Timmons last week had himself a heck of a run, was able to pick up his first win of the season. Oh, Hacker's going to get turned by the 23. The 23 of Blade Timmons just turns the 11 Illinois, and now chaos ensuing all behind them. Hacker is going to be able to gather it back up, but now he's under pressure, and his tires are hot. Under attack now by the 42. So Hacker just getting around the 23 of Timmons, and this is how it all went down. Hacker goes down to the bottom side of the speedway. See him as he pulls even there down the back straightaway, goes back down to the bottom side, finds a little bit down low. Slides up in front, and the bumper gets put to the back end, and around goes the 11 Illinois down to the inside. A great save, though, by Brian Hacker. Great save by everybody else back there because they were all jacked up. You saw the 20 of McDuff have to really take action and go back there. Caution comes on the speedway as we were watching that replay, as it looks like the 45 of Tim Williams possibly having a little bit of an issue. Take a look back here on the first caution flag of the evening here on lap number 17. There you see the 45. What happens to Tim Williams as he goes way down? Oh, comes up the speedway and catches the 20 of McDuff. McDuff's going to save it, but Williams, the one who initiated the contact as he went down to the bottom side, the car just did not stick on the bottom side of the speedway. Watch Williams here. He's going to go to the bottom side of the speedway, try and get a run. McDuff holds the middle groove, and just no grip down there for the 45. He gets tight, it drifts up, and around he goes. So the McCody setup, shop number 45 will get it refired and pointed back into the right direction, but he will be now at the tail end of the longest line. A couple drivers did take the time here to come down pit road. The 99 and Mark Jenkins came to pit road. Chris Stump also coming to pit road. So we've had some action here tonight in the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe 100. These modified drivers putting on one heck of a show here in sunny California. As I believe we should get the one-to-go marker this time by. It's Dalton Williamson, your championship points leader out front. Michael Trevorthan being scored in second. Blake Timmons is third. Huntley, Illinois' Brian Hacker has still rebounded to hold the fourth position. There you see him. Max Terriot will restart back into the fifth position. John Whitendorf, Robinson, Hoyle. Single, McDuff, your top 10. The iRacing.com pace car makes its way to pit road, so we're going to fire them back off here to be the two teammates. The car number 1 of Dalton Williamson to the number 2 of Michael Trevorthan to the outside. Green flag back into the air. 20 laps in the books here tonight. A lot of bumping and banging. Look at the 42 there of Terry. I'll try to go to the bottom side of the speedway. Trevorthan looks like he just let the 23 up in front. Hacker not too happy about that, it looks like. One driver down to the bottom side. There's Justin McDuff. There's Rex Hoyle in the 54 NC and the 37 of Brian Robinson. All three wide. Oh, boy. Robinson got a little tight. He had to lift. He's going to lose 1, 2, 3 positions down the back straightaway. That 37 and wide lifted to try and get out of the 3 wide situation, and he will go all the way outside of that top 10 right now. Actually, he's going to hold serve for the time being in the 10th position. Up front, though, the 42 of Max Terriot working the bottom side of the speedway once again. See him down low. We saw him able to work 6 laps on the bottom side of the speedway before the outside just had too much momentum built up. He's going to slip up the speedway. He almost went into the Nerf bars there in the 11 Illinois. Falls back. Now he's going to try and find a home in front of the 54 NC of Rex Hoyle. Hoyle up 5 positions since the drop of the green flag. That tuxedo's by Ted. Colony Tire and Service Center, number 54 NC. Really looking stout here in the beginning. There you see a good-looking car. I believe that's the tuxedos by Ted right there. You see that tuxedo that he's very famous for driving here on the iRacing.com platform. Always keeping him one of the best dressed racers. McDuff just still trying to make a bid to the inside here of the 11 of Sean Single. There you see the BK paints orange and blue, number 11. One driver a little bit farther back into the field. Looks like he's trying to make up some ground. One driver going around. I believe that's the 45. Tim Williams has lost the handle once again of car number 45. See if he can get it refired without the caution flag coming out. It does look like we will stay green. Battle inside the top 5. Here's the 11 Illinois Hacker. He'll do a slide job. He'll get ahead of the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. So now put Brian Hacker into P number 3. Slide job down in the corner. Made it work to perfection. This track is one of our favorite tracks because you have the high line. It has a lot of momentum up top. But if you can get a perfect run out of the corner and dive it to the bottom, you can pull one of those slide jobs. Brian Hacker has now pulled 2 of them here tonight. 2 successful slide jobs, we should say. So Hacker runs P number 3. Timmons out in front of him. He won last week's race. Trying to see if he can repeat. He won at Martinsville, one of the trickiest tracks. It's a little paper clip, and this one is a momentum track where you completely do the opposite. Martinsville right around the bottom, a lot of brake. Irwindale right around the top, trying to keep as much momentum, just dragging the brake. There you see the distance. With this time by 30 laps will go in the book. All have been led by the driver out of Tampa, Florida. Just has to have himself a top 10 finish at, well, I'm going to say that's at least where he needs to finish, as long as some of his other competitors don't win this race. And that's Sean Single. He's a little bit farther back still through the field. Complete another one. Knock him down here tonight. There's Joshua Buckley, the Granny Hips Walkers and Canes, number 13. See him. He's picked up 5 spots today. Did not have himself a good qualifying run here tonight at Irwindale at all. So as right now he runs around the top side of the speedway as he's picked up 5 spots, being shown in the 11th spot. Right behind him, Chris Stump having a little bit of a rough night with that Big Johnson's 4 Loco entry. He's back there running 12th. Bob Higgins is there, hitting there in the 13th position. Right now, if you looked at the timing and scoring, you see Higgins and Higgins, 13th and 14th. Just let it be known, race fans, that Dad is showing the young buck how to drive here tonight at Irwindale. Out front, though, there's the 2nd place machine, and there's 3rd place. Hacker has now caught the number 23 of Timmons. They had a little bit of a run-in earlier here tonight. Hacker pulled the slide job on the 23, and the 23 got right into the back bars and turned the 11 Illinois down to the inside grass. He was able to keep it out of the wall and hammer back in, but lost a lot of time. And we always wonder, when you have a slide like that, how much of the tires did you burn up? Hacker taking a peek that time down to the bottom side of the speedway on the 23. Will he go back to the bottom side? He does not. He falls right in the tire tracks of car 23. So he'll just sit there for the time being in the wake. Still a lot of racing left to go. Well, we have some great racing action here, race fans. We got to thank you all for tuning in here tonight to watch the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe 100 here for Championship Night, presented by Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe. You're watching the battle for the 2nd position right now. The 11 Illinois Hacker knocking on the back bars of that number 23 of Timmons. Here comes Hacker. He'll go to the bottom side. Can he make the slide job work this time? Not going to be able to. Timmons going to be able to hold it wide open around the outside. Hacker going to lose a little bit of ground. He will just funnel back in line. One driver trying to make the bottom side work. That's the number 24, John Whitendorf. Had a couple wins. Oh, big stack up there to the outside. Whitendorf wanted to come back up in front of the 42 of Max Terrill. Terrill was not ready for that. And then that stacked up the 54 NC and the number 20 of Justin McDuff. There is Sean Single also. And stacked them all up on the outside groove. The 20 going to go down to the bottom side. He's going to give Rex Hoyle the outside lane if he wants it. Hoyle will put car number 54 NC to the outside, and he will pull even down the back straight away. McDuff going to go bottom shelf, trying to find something. He'll slide back in front of the 54 NC here tonight. He'll take that spot. Sean Single going to have to brake just a little bit because Rex Hoyle let the 20 back up in line. There you see Single. Remember, came into the night with a chance to win the championship here tonight. He was just 28 points back, but a very disappointing qualifying effort here tonight for the driver out of Massachusetts, and, well, he has just been only able to pick up 2 spots here tonight. So Single still trying to make his march, make his way. Battle for that second position once again. Brian Hacker down to the bottom side, and it looks like he's going to be able to slide up in front of the 23 off the corner exit that time. So Hacker making the dirt track moves here tonight in California. Well, there's no dirt on the racetrack, race fans, I know. Hacker now moving into P number 2. Hacker, of course, winning season number 2's championship. Then it was Max Terrell for season 3. Dalton Williamson picked up season 4. And now, of course, it's championship night again. Who will win season number 5? Season number 1 with the Chuck Sweeting. We haven't seen him in quite a while, actually, since season number 1. Still out there active on the sim, though. So now it's Williamson, Hacker, Timmons, Trevarthen, Whitendorf, your top 5 drivers. Talking about Trevarthen, he's actually started to lose pace with those front 3 drivers. They have started to drive away from car number 2. As you see right there, one driver down to the bottom side. That's the 20 of McDuff. He was able to hold off the 54 NC of Hoyle, and he's just kind of sat in that spot. Now he's trying to go to the bottom side of the speedway here. Could he pick up one from the 42? Not going to quite have the momentum to stay to the bottom side, as actually he's going to go right back down there, maybe try and diamond it just a little bit. He'll pull side by side, but he'll lose all the momentum. Now you see the 11 of Single go down there. He tries to do the same thing. Let's ride on board that Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe onboard camera here tonight. On the right front, big old air cleaner. You can't see anything to the left of it. You see the big brakes on those, on the tires down there. These cars, big tires, low horsepower, lots of downforce, and those brakes and tires, they're going to stop these cars as quick as you can blink. One car down to the bottom side of the speedway. I believe that is the 271 of Aidan El Vecchione, I believe. That is actually not. Timing and scoring throwing us for the loop. Looks like one of the transponders has come off there. You see the 24, though, has slid up in front of the number 2, so Whitendorf now picking up P number 4 with, looks like that's the number 2, falling back to just 5th for the time being. The 42 was underneath him, was not able to complete the pass. So Justin McDuff still sitting there 7th. Look at Hoyle and Single. They're just up top also here tonight. Everybody's got the big choo-choo train rolling across the top. Halfway home, though, 2 laps ago, Dalton Williamson was your halfway home leader, so he will pick up a bonus point here tonight on the rest of the field for leading the most laps here at Irwindale. Look at the 11 of Sean Single actually go down to the bottom side of the speedway. Oh, and that car looks like it just plowed, and he actually had to hit the brakes. Max Terrell now pulling that slide job, dirt tracking it down to the bottom side of the speedway. Now here comes the 20. Justin McDuff going to try to the bottom side. Did maybe the 2 of Michael Trevarthen here tonight burn up the tires too much, too early? You see him under pressure. There's the Cerebral Palsy Foundation, number 20, the driver out of New York. It's New York versus Florida right here. The snow versus the sunshine. Or humidity. I'll let you race fans pick which one Michael Trevarthen has. Not going to quite work, though, for the 20 of McDuff. He's going to get passed up. There comes the 54 NC of Rex Hoyle. Hoyle going to look to take that position, possibly, but don't count the chickens before they hatch, because Justin McDuff still able to hold serve on the bottom side of the speedway. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold the bottom side as well as he has in car number 20. Look at the 11 down there also. Sean Single still trying. Oh, boy. 2 veterans of the iRacing series here will make some contact there. That was the 20 of McDuff sliding up in front of the 54 NC of Rex Hoyle. Those 2 drivers have had a ton of laps together in all sorts of short track cars here on iRacing. Chris Stump going to the bottom side. Here comes now Robinson. Robinson was able to keep the momentum built up. This is the battle back here for the 10th spot currently. Chris Stump in the Four Loko Your Mom entry, the Big Johnson unit, holding the 11th spot now. So Chris Stump, remember, early on had some issues. I believe he was down to the bottom side of the speedway. His car got out from underneath him, and he went backwards. Was about 5 seconds behind the race field. Now he's back to 11th. He did come down pit road, though. Nothing's changed out front. You're watching the best battle on the speedway between Chris Stump and Brian Robinson. Chris Stump back to the bottom side, Robinson back to the top side, and it's going to be Chris Stump getting that spot. This battle, though, is still raging on. Nobody can figure out who wants the spot. The 20 of McDuff goes back down to the bottom side of the speedway. There you see the 54 NC also right there in tow. McDuff going to diamond it off, go back down to the bottom side, see if he can make a run off the corner. Not quite there just yet for the 20. Almost get a little piece of the grass. Now he'll be able to slide up. The 2 of Trevarthen going to rail him right in the back bars as the 20 of McDuff took that position away. Michael Trevarthen has seen more drivers tonight pull slide jobs on him and get up in front of him than he has seen in his entire iRacing career. So now Trevarthen back to running MP number 7. There's your race leader, though. Dalton Williamson still holding the race lead. Last time by, though, the 11 Illinois was the fastest car on the speedway. So Brian Hacker still trying to cut into that race lead. It was almost a second lead for Dalton Williamson, and maybe he has calmed it down just a little bit. Here comes the 23 of Timmons lurking to the inside. Will he go down and pull a slide job on the 11 Illinois? He's had 2 done on him here tonight. It's just a beautiful facility here in California that we have here tonight. It just provides so much racing entertainment. Now here comes the 54 NC of Rex Hoyle. He'll go down to the bottom side and try and slide up in front of the 2. Not going to be able to do it there. He'll have another opportunity down here, though, if he can go down to the bottom side of the speedway. Sideways for the number 2. You see him trying to hang on to it. That'll allow Hoyle to run side by side once again down into the corner. I thought Hoyle was going to go to the bottom side and really sail it off into the corner and try a slide job. You've seen it happen numerous times here tonight. Not going to quite do it. Trevarthen's going to hold serve for the time being. And actually, here comes the 11 of Single Contact. Single and Hoyle going to make contact. And now the motor is going to go up on the 11 of Single. Smoke bellowing out of the back of one of your championship contenders here tonight. Sean Single going to have to pull it to pit road. Rex Hoyle also coming back around here in the Colony Tire and Service Center, number 54 NC. That's not how he expected his night to go here. Had a very fast hot rod dressed up by Tuxedos by Ted. He'll come to a stop in his pit box. There you see both drivers smoke out from underneath the air cleaner here tonight. Take the look. There you see Rex Hoyle down on the bottom side, and can't tell if Single came down or if Hoyle came up, but both drivers going around. See if this gives us a good angle or not. Oh, Single down the track just a little bit, it looked like, right after the start-finish line, making contact with the 54 NC, and that will do it for both those drivers here tonight. Truck says as they have the drone camera out here floating around Southern California. There you see the 2 slide up the speedway just a little bit, and then these 2 machines come together. The wheels kind of lock, and around goes Rex Hoyle. Drivers did come to pit road here, a handful of them at least. Dalton Williamson did stay out along with Blade Timmons. John Whitendorf stayed out. Looks like Those are the only drivers that did stay out. So the running order is going to be a little bit off here from what you guys remember, and I'm looking at it. Drivers that did come to pit road: Brian Hacker, Michael Trevorthan, Brian Robinson, Joshua Buckley, Rob Higgins. They all got 2 tires, along with Bob Higgins. Chris Stump, Max Terra, and Mark Jenkins all put 4 tires on their machines, so they have 4 brand new racing tires here tonight in Southern California. See if they can make the 4 tires work. Remember, we've seen the bottom side of the speedway come in and work for some drivers. Some drivers, though, not quite able to hold the bottom side. See how it goes. The iRacing.com pace car lights are off as they come by this time. Looks like Tim Williams will tag the back of the field. Two teammates on the older tires up front. The green flag back into the air here tonight in Irwindale. Williams going to go down to the bottom side as he thinks that's the safest spot to be right now, and it might be. Everybody still jockeying. We're seeing if those tire pressures come up. Who can make the moves, who will not be able. Chris Stump, I believe that was, all the way down to the bottom side, trying to crack another Ford Loco open here tonight. There's the 20 of McDuff working the outside of the speedway. John Whitendorf down on the bottom. Who's going way, way down there? I believe that's the 11 Illinois, Brian Hacker. He's going to go down. I think he's actually almost down to the infield. He'll try and come up. Not going to quite be able to do it. 3 wide racing. 24 laps to go here. California putting on one heck of a show. And Brian Hacker and the 24 of Whitendorf going to rub bars a little bit down the back straight away. There's the 13 of Joshua Buckley also right there. McDuff going a little bit lower now. He's trying to take that cerebral palsy foundation to the point. Remember, he came to pit road. He has 2 tires here tonight. Almost a little contact there. Caution lights coming on. Caution lights on with 23 laps to go. City Chevrolet right there. You see the 99, the ultra slim fast entry of Mark Jenkins, the driver out of Virginia. And I believe possibly Tim Williams may have come together. So with 23 laps to go, the caution flag flies, and let's see what happened between the 45 and the 99. Both of them running back here at the time. They were running in 13th and 14th position. Tim Williams going to get right into the 99 of Mark Jenkins and send the 99 into the outside retaining wall. Jenkins does get it refired and pointed back. So battles happening all over the speedways. We watch it back once again. These drivers just outside the top 10 at the time of incident. Then you saw Ada Navecchio, an innocent bystander, getting involved there. Right on board with Ada Navecchio, the youngster out of South Carolina. See the contact, and he thought the smoke was going to part, and he was almost right. Fortunately, you saw the 99 still sitting up against the outside wall, so he got a little piece of that. We're Go Back Racing, under 20 laps to go here tonight in Southern California. And race fans, we got to thank you once again for tuning in here tonight to the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe Championship night here for the Checkered Flag All Display SK Modified Series. And, well, Culpeppers may be up in Worcester, Massachusetts, but, man, we can taste it all the way down here. A blueberry pie, apple pie, pumpkin pie, they have that. So they have muffins, coffee, anything you need. Make sure to check out our friends at Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe. We also got to thank the Checkered Flag Auto Supply for being a big part of the series here this season with Red Light Racing for the SK Modified portion. Longtime series sponsor located in Ayer, Massachusetts. Friendly, knowledgeable staff up there. The Higgins family making everybody that walks through the door part of their family to keep their cars running. We'll see what the flagman says this time. If we're going to double them back up and go racing, it does look like the field will assemble because the iRacing.com pace car lights do go out here. So next time by, we're going to drop the hammer here once again. It'll be 17 laps left when we go back racing. It's the one of Williamson, who came into the night with the championship points lead. He just has to have himself a good finish here tonight. Justin McDuff, Blade Timmons, the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Your front 4 drivers. 17 laps to go to decide it here in California. Green flag back into the air. Everybody hammering through the 2-speed. There you see McDuff. He tries to follow the 1 of Williamson down low. Maybe he'll cross over. Oh, contact! Oh, we have carnage. The back straightaway. Justin McDuff and the Cerebral Palsy Foundation, number 20, is on his lid. And he will not finish the race here in sunny California. Trevarthen involved. Whitendorf involved. McDuff. We'll have to go back because there's a bunch of cars involved in this one right off the drop of that green flag. We'll have to watch it back right from the green flag here. Watch the 20 of McDuff. He's going to try and cross over the number 1 of Dalton Williamson off turn number 2. So as he goes to cut down, there's the 23. Michael Trevarthen nowhere to go. Josh Buckley also involved. There you see the 2 of Trevarthen up in smoke. Right on board, Michael Trevarthen. There's Whitendorf involved, and you see the motor just expiring on that number 2 immediately. So that's what's going to bring the caution flag out, and boy, that took out a bunch of drivers because the 98 of Chris Stump, I believe, having some damage in that one. Bob Higgins also was involved. He had to go to pit road. Trevarthen, Alvecchione involved, McDuff, Whitendorf. Rob Higgins also down on pit road. You see the checkered flag auto supply number 40 of Rob Higgins. He is pulling away. I don't believe he was involved in anything really, but he'll come down pit road here. Looks like he was down there for about 30 seconds just about in his pit stall, so I don't know if they had an extra set of tires left down there. Of course, with the tire shortage going on all around the world right now, I mean, if you have them, you might as well use them. Of course, it is the last race of the season. Taking a look, and look who's creeping in the background. I talked to him pre-race, and we were talking about how last year, the season finale, he was able to park the Granny Hips Walkers and Cane number 13 into victory lane. This year, he hasn't picked up a win just yet. He's had a couple top 5s this season, but has not been able to park that Granny Hips Walkers and Cane in victory lane. Could it be his night here in sunny California? So we're getting ready to go. It'll be Williamson to the inside, Hacker to the outside, then it'll be Timmons, Buckley, Robinson, Terrill, your top 6. Green flag back into the air. Here we go again. There you see the 1 of Williamson go to the bottom side. Hacker's going to be able to hold right there on the right rear quarter panel. Williamson going to have to really throw it down here into 3 if he wants to hold the lead. He'll go to the bottom side. Hacker going to go to the outside here. Who's going to come out of turn 4 with the race lead? New race leader and 10 laps to go. Hacker will lead it at the stripe. The first time we've had a new leader all night long. Here comes the 23 at Timmons. Now he'll stay high, wide, handsome around the outside. Max Terrill, he's had 4 tires. He's the only driver that took on 4 tires. He's coming too. He'll get a little tight off turn 4. Terrill got a little tight that time out of turn number 4. Almost put car 42 into the outside wall. Dalton Williamson now starting to fade here. He'll go back down to the bottom as he runs side by side with his teammate. The 23 of Timmons working the outside of the speedway. Gotta be mindful right now if you're the one of Williamson. You gotta look at the big picture and know what's on the line here. You just have to bring the car back here tonight to win the championship. Hacker would have to win with Williamson having a very terrible night. And right now, there's still 12 cars, I believe, sitting down out there. Actually, it's only going to be 10 because Chris Stump and John Weitendorf just retired their entries tonight. 7 laps to go. Williamson will go down to the bottom side. He'll pull even with Hacker, but not able to put the power down. He'll slide back in front of his teammate. Here comes the 42 now. Max Terriot with 6 laps to go. Buckley still hanging strong right there. Oh, got a little bit tight there for Max in the 42. As Max goes down to the bottom side, has to make something happen here tonight. 5 to go. 5 more laps in this season. Hacker out front right now, leading the way. Dalton Williamson able to hold right there with those older tires. Here the throttle response is there from the 11 Illinois Brian Hacker. He'll click another one off when he gets back to the start-finish line next time by. It'll just be 3 laps to go. Here comes Dalton. He's right there on the back bars of the Carbon Junction, number 11 Illinois. 3 to go in sunny California for the championship. 2 champions right here running 1 and 2 as they come get the popsicle sticks. Max Terriot still back there as the popsicle sticks come up into the air. Still, battle for the top 3 because with 2 laps to go, still anybody's ball. Hey, Max going to get tight. Max gets tight down out of turn number 2. They're come by this time. They're going to pick that white flag up here for the final time this season. Culpeppers Bakery Cafe, 1 lap to go here in championship night. What does the 1 of Dalton Williamson do down here in turn number 3? Final corners of the season. Here comes the 1. Williamson going to go way down low. He'll touch the grass. He'll slide back up in front. Slide job for the win. It'll be the 1. Dalton Williamson going to win the race here tonight at Irwindale. He'll win the race. Hacker will finish 2nd. Timmons will finish 3rd. Dalton Williamson will win your championship, though, here tonight, race fans, by winning tonight's race here at the Irwindale Speedway. A slide job for the win. He saw Hacker do it how many times all night long, and now he'll do it himself. So not only will he pick up the championship here, he'll pick up the win also. Hacker will finish 2nd. Timmons will finish 3rd. Max Terriot will finish 4th. Josh Buckley in 5th. Great run for him. He'll pick up the most spots here tonight. 6th will go to Brian Robinson, Tim Williams in 7th, Mark Jenkins in 8th. 9th will go to Rob Higgins. Bob Higgins will finish in the 10th position then. Weitendorf back in 11th, Chris Stump in 12th, Michael Trevarthen in 13th, Justin McDuff in 14th, Aiden Alvecchione in 15th, with Rex Hoyle having a disappointing 16th place finish here to wind down the season. And 17th will go to Sean Single. We're going to take a quick break here, race fans, and we'll be right back here to the Irwindale Speedway to talk to your champion and your top 3 finishers here tonight. Welcome back here, race fans, to Championship Night, presented by Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series here tonight. And we have your podium finishers and your champion all standing by here tonight in the sun in Irwindale. Let's start things off with the driver that finishes third here on the podium. Well, last week you were able to pick up the win, Blade, but tonight, that 23, it had speed, but not just enough at the end of this one, a third place to wind down the season.
Yeah, man, that racetrack's pretty difficult to pass at. I had no speed on the bottom when I sent it down there, so it was kind of just like stay in line and hold the top and let everybody else throw it down there and try to get the slide job done. But I mean, we had a solid race all night. Pretty fast piece, saved a good bit of tire at the beginning, and kind of rode Dalton's bumper for right there at the end until the caution came out and everybody got on fresh tires. But other than that, man, it's not a very strong racetrack for me, but overall, I mean, we finished third, so I'll take it.
A track that you have to ride around the top side here, is that something you're very comfortable with, or is it just this racetrack in particular that you don't like to run up to the top side?
No, I like running top line racetracks. This one was a little funny up there, man, because the car would I don't know, it'd get like a weird tight / loose feeling on the top where it was just, I don't know, it was hard to explain. It just, I didn't like the way that was, but overall, I mean, the run coming off the top and compared to the bottom on the same tire was OP, low overpowered, and I mean, I just wish it was better racing as far as two grooves and being able to race side by side.
Well, before we let you go here and celebrate the championship with your team, who made this all possible all season.
Oh, man, I'd like to thank my old lady for letting me sit in here every week and get these races in, man. And I'd like to thank my teammates at Rev Esports. I'd like to thank you for being up there in the booth. And once again, Josh putting on a hell of a league, man. He does a great job. Who else I got there? Our sponsors, BK Paints. That's the only one I know of so far. They got more, but all I know is BK, and that's all I got.
There you have it, race fans. He doesn't know all the sponsors just yet, but he's getting a lot better, I can tell you that, from where he was in the beginning of the season. Blade Timmons will finish in the third spot here tonight, and man, the battle for that first and second spot at the end of this one was a wild one. What do you say, Brian Hacker? Come up just about a tire with short of winning this one.
Yeah, I contemplated going down to the bottom and blocking going into 3 and 4, and I didn't do it, and I definitely should have. So it's on me. I made several passes like that tonight. I should have known he was going to do it. So I've got only myself to blame for that one.
A very strong Pathfinder chassis here tonight at Irwindale, though. Tell us about those moves down to the bottom side of the speedway. We saw you tonight make most of your moves down on the bottom side. Was there enough grip down there for the 11 Illinois?
Yeah, I'm not very strong here. I don't really care for this track. I don't like having to pass like that, but kind of like Blade was saying, when you're up top, you got to run in line. There's not much you can do. So if you actually want to gain any position, you got to try it down there. And I've done it enough that I kind of know what to do in 3 and 4. It's can be a little treacherous, and you want to make sure you don't get those left side wheels on the grass. But it's not my favorite kind of racing, but you got to do what you got to do.
Well, you had a good run here tonight, Hacker. You passed a lot of cars. You were able to move up 5 spots, but it seems like you passed a whole heck of a lot there tonight to get this second place finish here tonight. Who was able to make it all possible back in the shop all week long leading up to the final race?
Yeah, Carbon Junction. I've been on the car all season long. They've been on my car now for a little while. Narrative Coffee, Pathfinder Chassis, the guys at Empire Racing Team, you for calling these, Josh for putting this thing on, and just got to get a better driver in the car to stop stepping on his you-know-what and qualifying and actually maybe start up front, maybe finish up front.
Well, put me in, Coach. I'll be in the car next season. You come up here behind the microphone. I'll go down there and I'll show you how to run this SK Modified. How do you think about that?
Deal.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right there. The guy who finished second here tonight, he's going to take over the mic next season. I'm going to go down there and pick up a couple wins in that machine. Brian Hacker, though, always playing a good sport. He will finish in the runner-up spot here tonight. Remember, the one-time champion back there battled with, well, at the end of this one, this season's champion. Race fans, I can officially tell you that that driver right there in the BK Paints number 1 of Dalton Williamson will pick up his second champion. How does it feel, champ? 2 in a row, the first driver to ever go back-to-back.
We're going to try to go for number 3 next year, Roger. You know how I roll. I don't know if I can say this. Josh might yell at me, but I'm pretty happy about going to the tours. I feel like I'm better in the tours than I am in the SK, so we're going to try to go for another one.
I can tell you that nobody knew that.
Well, oh well.
Surprise, ladies and gentlemen, Dalton Williamson will be the last driver to win in these SK Modifieds because, as you just alluded to it, champ, we are going to the Tour Modifieds next season. I guess we're just started there. A great season. All right, that's already in the books. Throw that piece of paper away. Next season, going Tour racing.
Yeah, I did testing in both of them actually this week just to get ready for next season and the tours. And I did enough testing here this week, I guess. I think I ran about 2,800 laps before the end of practice this week getting ready for this race. So it was definitely a lot of fun.
A lot of fun for you, but we do have to flash back here to this season because we can't just leave you hang on that one. We really got to talk about what transpired all season long because when you look at the stats this season, you set, well, so far in the history of the Modifieds, you have now the best record. Of course, competing in all races this season, you had 11 starts, and out of those 11 starts, you had 10 top 10s, you had 8 top 5s, 3 poles, and 6 wins. That is actually the best we have seen out of any driver here. I mean, how does it feel? Because when you look at the names that come here on Thursday nights, it's not a walk in the park.
No, man, it's definitely, I'm proud to have my name up there. Like I said, man, I can't thank Mike, Sean, and all the boys over at Rev enough, man, for all the work they do. When I'm slacking during the week, those boys make up for it, and we flip-flop ideas throughout runs, and I don't know what else to say, man. I'm definitely proud to be up there.
Well, you're up there, that is for sure. You put your name again in the record books with Chuck Sweeting, Brian Hacker, Max Terrell, and then you 2 times for Season 4 and Season 5. It was a great season here this year. I know you want to go celebrate this one already. I know you already want to hop into the Tour Modified. You said you've already been doing some testing in that one, so we're just getting right down to the nitty-gritty. As the red carpet comes out, the microphone is handed to you, champ. It's your showtime.
Number 1, first and foremost, I'd like to thank Turn 3 for broadcasting. Josh, all the admin, man. Checkered Flag Auto Supply. BK Paints, Platinum RV Services, Reb Esports, Total Advantage, Nitro Racing, McConey Setup Shop, my family for watching tonight. And other than that, not too many, man. It was a good season, and like I said, I'm going to go back after it next season and see if I can go for number 3.
Well, there you hear it, short, sweet from the champion here tonight. Dalton Williamson will pick up the win on a last-lap move over Brian Hacker to seal the championship with a stamp, picking up, of course, his 6th race win of the season. He won back at the Stafford. Yeah, that is correct. At the Stafford Motor Speedway, he won back at Lanier. He won at New Smyrna to go 3 in a row. Then he picked up his other win at Myrtle Beach. And then, of course, at Langley in the final race of the season, he took the trip to victory lane once again. What a heck of a season it was for all these drivers. Of course, Dalton picking up that championship, and Sean Single, who did come in tonight with a chance to pick up that championship, just was coming up just short of parking that one in victory lane. And I say that by 16 positions. Sean, of course, a good sport out there. He's probably laughing at it, joking about it with the boys right now. But race fans, we got to thank you all for tuning in to watch the Checkered Flag Auto Supply SK Modified Series all season long. And, of course, we got to thank the Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe for being another longtime supporter here of the SK Modified Series with Red Light Racing. So for Culpeppers Bakery and Cafe, Checkered Flag Auto Supply, and all the sponsors all season long that made this possible, we thank you for your continued support here with Red Light Racing, and we can't hope to see all you race fans and all the sponsors back next season when we go Tour Modified Racing with Red Light Racing. So, race fans, my name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we will catch you next season at the races.